Wake up. The brutal truth nobody wants to say. Money doesn't care about your feelings, your history, or your excuses. It rewards one thing: faithful stewardship. You want $1 million? Stop acting broke, lost, or late. Stop blaming your past or waiting for permission. Kingdom wealth is not about luck or timing. It's about what you do with what you already have right now. Listen closely. Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. Luke 16:10. This is your first test. You're not going to pass by whining or wishing. Stewardship is the foundation. You want to handle millions? Then prove you can handle today's pennies. Control your money, time, and talents like a warrior, and God will open the floodgates. No stewardship, no blessing, no trust, no treasure. This is your moment. Will you rise or remain stuck? Faith without action is dead. Move now or stay broke. Your mind set creates your money. Think wealth, speak wealth, be wealth. Listen carefully. This is the line in the sand. If you don't get this, you'll stay stuck chasing shadows your whole life. You can have all the prayers, all the hopes, all the visions in the world, but if your feet don't move, if your hands don't work, your faith is dead. James 2:26 says it plainly: faith without works is dead. This is not a suggestion, it's a divine mandate. Faith is not some passive hope that God will magically drop $1 million in your lap while you binge watch your favorite show. That's a lie designed to keep you in bondage and mediocrity. Faith is activated obedience. Faith says, God, I trust you to provide, and I will get up, put on my armor, and do what you've called me to do. Faith works. Faith hustles. Faith acts. Why so many stay broke? They wait. I see it every day. People stuck in paralysis, waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for the perfect business idea, waiting for the perfect sign from heaven. Waiting for money to show up, waiting for motivation, waiting for someone else to rescue them. That waiting is dead faith disguised as patience. You are not called to wait passively. The Bible doesn't say, wait and do nothing. It says, watch and work. Ecclesiastes 11:4 warns, he who observes the wind will not sow, and he who regards the clouds will not reap. If you wait for the perfect conditions, you will never plant a single seed. This is where spiritual alignment kicks in. God blesses the doers, the ones who obey His word even when the path is unclear, the ones who take steps in faith, trusting God to fill in the gaps. Step 1. Activate your faith into action. So what does this activated faith look like? Stop waiting and start doing. No more excuses, no more I don't have. Start with what you do have: time, energy, skills, a phone, a brain. Write down one goal related to money or business today, not next week. Today, make one phone call, send one email, or research one thing that moves you closer to that goal today. Pray for wisdom and then work. James 1:5 says God gives wisdom generously, but you have to ask and then use it. No action, no blessing. No action, no provision. Faith demands movement. Your breakthrough is always one step beyond the point where you want to quit. Mindset, the kingdom's wealth factory. Now here's the second, equally explosive truth. Your mindset creates your money. Proverbs 23:7 tells us, for as he thinks in his heart, so is he. This means your internal world, your beliefs, thoughts, words are the soil from which your external results grow. If your mind is poor, your bank account will be poor. If your mind is limited, your life will be limited. This is spiritual law, not psychology. God wired it this way. Your mind is a kingdom factory pumping out thoughts that become words, words that become actions, actions that produce results. This is why Jesus often told parables that began with the heart or the seed, because the kingdom is always about what's inside first. Kill poverty thinking it's a lie from the pit. If you tell yourself you're broke, you are programming poverty. If you believe you're too late or that you don't have what it takes, you are enslaving yourself to failure. This is demonic deception, plain and simple. Satan's primary strategy is to get you thinking small so you'll never grow big. He wants you trapped in scarcity, fear, and doubt. But here's the counterattack. Renew your mind with kingdom truth. Romans 12:2 commands us, do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. How to renew your mind for wealth? Guard your thoughts relentlessly. The moment a negative or poor thought tries to sneak in, cut it off. Replace it with God's promises about provision, abundance, and your destiny. Say aloud, I am a kingdom millionaire in the making. Speak kingdom words over your finances. Proverbs 18:21 says, death and life are in the power of the tongue. What you say every day forms your future. Speak victory, not defeat. Feed your mind daily. Read scriptures on provision, Deuteronomy 8:18, Philippians 4:19. Study success stories of kingdom entrepreneurs. Listen to mentors who operate in faith and results. Visualize your victory. Picture yourself not just making $1 million, but stewarding it well for God's glory. Feel the emotions of break. Through faith builds reality in the unseen first. Practical steps to align mindset and faith. If you want results, you must align your mind and your works. Start a gratitude journal. Every day, write down 3 things God has already provided. Gratitude rewires your brain to expect increase. Set small, actionable goals every day. Celebrate victories no matter how small. Momentum fuels faith. Join a community or accountability group that believes in kingdom wealth principles. Faith grows exponentially when shared and challenged. Cut off negative influences. This means people, media, habits that drag your mindset down. You are what you consume. The power of spiritual stewardship. Faith and mindset don't work in isolation. They must be coupled with stewardship. God is watching how you handle what He's already given you. If you want $1 million, start by being faithful with your current resources, money, time, talents. Luke 16:10 says, whoever is faithful with little will be faithful with much. You will not get the keys to the kingdom's wealth until you prove you can manage the small things. So, be ruthless about stewardship. Track your spending, protect your credit, invest in yourself and your skill set. Avoid debt traps. Faith plus mindset plus stewardship equals unstoppable break. Through Let Me Break It Down, faith without action equals dead faith equals no breakthrough. Poor mindset equals poverty cycle equals no growth. Bad stewardship equals lost opportunities equals no multiplication. But when you activate faith into works, renew your mind with kingdom wealth truth, and manage your resources with kingdom wisdom, you become a kingdom magnet for breakthrough, blessing, and multiplication. Final fire. Stop settling, start fighting. You are at war. The devil wants you to stay broke, small, and silent, but God has called you to victory, dominion, and abundance. God says, get up, take hold, and possess the land. Joshua 1:3. Get up now. Activate your faith, renew your mind, steward your resources, work the plan. The first $1 million isn't just money, it's a spiritual milestone proving you can handle God's blessings. It's your entrance ticket to the supernatural multiplication that comes when man and God partner. The battle is fierce, but you are fiercer. Faith without works, dead. Mindset locked in poverty, defeated. But faith in action plus wealth mindset plus stewardship, unstoppable kingdom power. You don't wait for your $1 million. You command your $1 million. You don't hope for wealth. You walk in it. Now get up, warrior. Your breakthrough is calling. Master stewardship. Use what you have. Take risks boldly and wisely. Listen up, warrior. There's a brutal truth that separates the broke from the blessed, the dreamers from the doers, the mediocre from the millionaires. It's this: God does not bless what He does not entrust. Luke 16:10 says it plain. Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. If you want to handle millions, you must prove you can handle the small stuff first. No excuses, no shortcuts. The kingdom's first test stewardship. You want God to open the floodgates of wealth. He's watching how you manage today's resources, money, time, talents, and relationships. Think about it. The servant who buried his talent was rebuked. Matthew 25:14-30. Why? Because he refused to steward what was given. The master said, you wicked and lazy servant. Stewardship is not optional. It's your first kingdom assignment on the path to wealth. What does stewardship look like in real life? 1. Track every dollar ruthlessly. If you don't know where your money goes, you are wasting God's provision. Keep a budget. Know your inflows and outflows like a CEO knows his bottom line. If you can't account for your money, you won't get entrusted with more. 2. Protect your credit and reputation. Credit is capital. Reputation is currency. You can rebuild credit but never trust. Be someone who pays bills on time, honors contracts, and operates with integrity. Kingdom wealth is built on trust. 3. Invest in your growth. Your time and money are investments, not expenses. Spend on books, courses, mentorship, and skills that increase your value. Proverbs 18:15 says, "The heart of the discerning acquires knowledge." 4. Manage time like a millionaire. Time is your most precious resource. Guard it. Schedule your days. Avoid distractions. Use your time to create value, not consume it. Stop playing small with what God gave you. Too many believers say, "I don't have enough." No. You have enough to start, enough to plant, enough to sow, enough to build faith through action. God's economy runs on faithfulness with the small things. When you manage the little well, God proves you can handle the big. Now, let's talk about taking risks. The kingdom way. Risk is not reckless gambling. It's bold obedience mixed with wisdom. The servant who multiplied his talents took risks. He stepped out, invested, and worked hard. Matthew 25 shows us God honors calculated risk. Faith in action. Why risk matters in wealth. Building no risk means no growth. Banks, investors, and even God won't bless the timid. You must be willing to move from comfort into the unknown, trusting God to guide and provide. But this is kingdom risk. It's prayerful, it's wise, it's backed by preparation, not blind faith or foolishness. How to take kingdom risks without losing it all. 1. Pray and plan before you leap. Get God's wisdom. James 1:5 promises wisdom to those who ask. Combine prayer with research and planning. Know your market, know your numbers, know your risks. 2. Start small and scale. Don't bet your life savings on the first idea. Test, learn, and adjust. Grow your risk as you grow your confidence and knowledge. 3. Build a safety net. Have reserves. Have backup plans. Prepare for setbacks, but never let fear stop your forward motion. 4. Surround yourself with kingdom mentors. Learn from those who have walked the path. Proverbs 11:14 says, "Where there is no guidance, a people falls, but in an abundance of counselors there is safety." The danger of playing it safe. If you never risk, you will never rise. Playing it safe is the biggest risk of all. The risk of staying stuck. It's a spiritual trap that God hates. The parable of talents ends with a warning for the fearful servant. Throw that worthless servant outside into the darkness. Matthew 25:30. God is not interested in your comfort. He's interested in your growth, your faith, and your faithfulness. Entrepreneurship demands faith-fueled risk. Entrepreneurs are warriors who push through fear with faith. They step into uncertainty armed with God's promises and a clear plan. God honors boldness. Proverbs 28:1 says, "The wicked flee when no one pursues, but the righteous are bold as a lion." To make your first million, you must act like a lion, bold, focused, relentless. Combine stewardship and risk for explosive growth. Here's the formula that works. Be faithful and ruthlessly smart with what God's already given you. Take calculated kingdom risks that expand your territory. Grow your influence, skills, and income one bold step at a time. When you do this, God's blessing multiplies your efforts exponentially. Final charge: live these truths daily. You are not called to be average. You are called to possess the land, to multiply, to dominate in your sphere. Start today by mastering stewardship. Open that bank statement, know your numbers. List your assets and liabilities, get clear on what you own and owe. Create a simple budget and stick to it like your life depends on it. Then, prepare to risk. Pray for God's wisdom. Identify one risk you can take this week: a new pitch, a new customer, a new product. Move boldly with confidence in God's provision. This is the life of a kingdom entrepreneur, stewarding well, risking boldly, and trusting God for multiplication. You want your first million? Prove you're ready with what you already have, and then go all in with courageous faith. No fluff, no delay, no excuses. God is waiting on your obedience. Will you rise, serve first, prosper second? Kingdom wealth is rooted in generosity. You want wealth? Stop thinking only about taking. Kingdom money flows through open hands, not clenched fists. Luke 6:38 says, "Give, and it will be given to you." This isn't charity, it's a kingdom economic law. Serve your market, serve your community, serve God's people relentlessly before you expect a dime back. Prosperity follows obedience, not selfishness. If you hoard, you block the blessing pipeline. Wealth is a byproduct of giving: time, resources, value. When you serve first, you build trust, authority, and favor. Stop being a taker trapped in poverty thinking. Be a giver, a kingdom giver, and watch God multiply your seed. No generosity, no increase, period. That's the unshakable truth. Fear kills kingdom dreams. Faith is your unshakable foundation. Fear is a liar. It paralyzes kings and kingdoms alike. 2 Timothy 1:7 says, God gave us a spirit not of fear but of power, love, and self-control. Stop letting fear steal your destiny. Fear whispers you're too late, or you're not enough. Those lies come from the enemy to keep you broke, small, and silent. Faith is your weapon. Faith moves mountains and breaks chains. Faith steps out when the path is dark. Faith refuses to settle for less. Fear is a cage. Faith is the door. You want that million, you have to crush fear every single day with the truth of God's promises. Speak faith louder than fear. Walk boldly, act decisively. Fear kills dreams, faith builds empires. Choose now. Discipline builds the empire. No discipline, no dominion. Discipline isn't optional, it's the backbone of every millionaire's story. Proverbs 13:4 says, the soul of the diligent shall be made rich. You want wealth? Then get ruthless with your habits. No excuses for laziness or distraction. If you can't control your time, your spending, or your focus, you won't control your money. Discipline means doing what must be done when it must be done, even when you don't feel like it. It means daily sacrifice, daily grind, and daily victories. Millionaires didn't get there by chance. They conquered their weaknesses first. Stop whining about your situation and master yourself. The empire begins with discipline, period. Master your mind. Your thoughts dictate your destiny. Your mind is the battlefield where your future is won or lost. Romans 12:2 commands, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. If you think poverty, you get poverty. If you think lack, you live in lack. Change your thoughts, change your life. Stop letting negative beliefs and fear-driven lies run your show. Feed your mind with kingdom truth, wealth principles, and victory declarations. You must be relentless in casting down every doubt, every excuse, every limiting belief. Your mind is your money factory. What you put in is what you get out. Want to make millions? First, make your mind a kingdom fortress. No soft thinking, no hesitation, only bold, unwavering belief. Align with God's purpose. Prosperity is your kingdom birthright. Prosperity isn't a bonus. It's your God-given birthright. Psalm 112:3 says, wealth and riches are in their houses. But here's the catch, wealth flows only when your purpose aligns with God's will. You must serve His kingdom agenda, not your selfish ambitions. Stop chasing quick fixes or empty dreams. Seek God's plan, walk in obedience, and then claim your inheritance. Prosperity follows purpose, not luck. Excuses say, I'm waiting for the right time. God says, now is the time. Your destiny is wealthy, influential, and impactful. Stop shrinking back, step into your calling, and command your blessings with faith-fueled authority. Keynote 10. Excuses are the enemy. Kill them to win the kingdom wealth battle. Excuses are spiritual anchors dragging you into poverty and defeat. Romans 8:37 says, in all these things we are more than conquerors through Him who loved us. If you're waiting for perfect conditions, more education, or a miracle, you're surrendering to lies. God's kingdom moves by obedience, not circumstances. Every excuse is a door to delay, failure, and loss. Kill them dead. No more I can't, I'm broke, or it's too late. You were born to win, to create wealth, legacy, and influence. Excuses steal your future. God commands you to rise, fight, and take what He's already provided. Stop apologizing, start owning. Your million is waiting, go get it. This moment right here is your crossroads, the place where faith meets action and destiny is forged. The word declares in Joshua 1:9, be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid, do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. The King of Kings is backing you up, but He won't carry you, you must move. No more hesitation, no more waiting for perfect conditions. You have what it takes because God equipped you with everything to prosper and leave a legacy. Your purpose is clear, your season is now, and the path to your first million is paved with bold faith and relentless discipline. Rise up, warrior, command your mind, master your resources, serve with excellence, and step into risk with wisdom. Build not just wealth, but a kingdom legacy that echoes for generations. The battle is fierce, but victory is certain for those who refuse to quit. Make the choice now. Decide to walk in obedience, hustle with integrity, and claim what God has already promised. Your future, your kingdom, depends on it. Stand firm, move forward, conquer. This is your time. Your move. No more waiting, no more excuses. Step into your God-ordained destiny and build your empire now, or watch someone else take what was meant for you. The kingdom is calling. Will you answer?